Hello everyone, I want to give you guys a quick update on the John Gray cheating allegations. Now, if you do not know already, John Gray has been exploited for allegedly cheating on his wife, Aventergray, with a woman named Mary. And a video was leaked by Tasha K that showed John Gray speaking to Mary about going on vacation and about Mary covering him and cooking dinner for him. And he also spoke about Aventer's domestic skills and a few other things. But regardless, as an update, according to John Gray's lawyers, John Gray is being blackmailed and extorted by Mary. And the evidence that is being taken from this case is being used to conduct an investigation by the FBI. So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, John Gray, you're being blackmailed and extorted. Okay. Now, John Gray, did you write a check that your behind couldn't cash? Did this woman just decide, hey, I'm going to come out the blue and I'm just going to extort you? Or did she have absolutely no motive and she just decided to do this? This is what comes with the side dude and side chick culture of what I've said before is not a good thing to be a part of. This is what side chicks and side dudes do. They blackmail, they extort, they're deceitful, they release information on you. Why? Because they don't care. Why? Because they're evil. Why? Because, like, if you're not giving them what they want, they don't care. They're putting you right out there. John Gray has been tight-roping, trying to keep everything balanced between his wife and his family and the side chick. And the side chick decided to shake the rope. And he fell off. And now look at where we are. So John Gray has managed to get one of the alphabet boys involved in a mess that he created. John Gray, you created this mess, allegedly. So my thing is it shouldn't have been done. Because now you have to get the top notch to take care of your mess. You know, with these being allegations, the first time you confess to it. Now it's happening again, allegedly. And it's like you've embarrassed yourself, the church, your family, your friends. And I know they've seen the video. And I want to talk about that video that was leaked also. So let me talk about a few things that I saw. I saw that it was recent. Of course, he had on his mask. So all of this happened like after March or April. Okay, so we're going into quarantine. I'm hearing so many things about couples breaking up and getting divorced. So, I mean, at the same time, maybe John Gray was like, let me join the bandwagon. No, sir. Another thing I want to point out was that John Gray was talking about Mary covering him. And this is all from a spiritual standpoint. And do you see how he used God to flex? He used God to flex. He used God to kind of like say, hey, you know, we have this spiritual connection. Try to pull them together. Wow. Another thing I want to point out is that John Gray spoke about Aventer's cooking skills. Let me tell you guys something. I have a whole lot of respect for mothers. And there are women that take care of children that are not mothers. It takes a village to raise a child. And John Gray turned around and said, son, what do you eat every night? He said pizza. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, Aventer, okay, Aventer, the one that you said was having health issues, the one that was working 18-hour days, the one that was pushing a vision for the church, the one that was raising the family, and she raising you. She's doing a lot. And you telling me that you couldn't cook dinner one night, or you could not cook, you couldn't do any, you can't do anything in the house. She has to do the cooking. So this woman is putting pizza on the table. And yeah, okay, maybe one day she might do a little bit of vegetables and meat. I don't know. But John Gray, she has to be the source of meals in that house. How fair is that? It's not. That's not right. We're not going to get into gender roles, but I don't think that's right for him to say. Now, John Gray had his son with him. And I want to make a point here, and I want y'all to just listen to me on this one. Men take their sons with them so they can cheat. Again, men take their sons with them so they can cheat. They'll take them to the store, the gas station, the corner store, whatever it may be. Now, every man does not do that, and I want to make that disclaimer because there's some men that take their sons with them as a bonding moment. And there's some men that take their sons with them with other objectives. So I want y'all to listen to me as I make this point, okay? So I read a book a few months ago called Visions for Black Men. And the book was really good. And I pulled that book off of my bookshelf because I was like, wow, I want to understand the plight of the black man. Especially what's going on in the country. Like I'm just feeling the temperature of everything and reading the room. And I'm like, wow, I want to understand the struggle of the black man a little more. Because for some black men, just to walk out of their house, they don't have a good chance of coming back. This is a very sad situation. Again, the book is really good and fulfilling, and I suggest that you guys read it. Now, there was a part of the book that was very interesting to me, and it struck me. And when I saw John Gray's son in that vehicle, it made me think of this excerpt from the book, and I'm going to read it. So I want you guys to listen. Many young brothers learn quote-unquote manhood by watching their fathers have affairs with several women in town. Come on, son, ride with daddy for a little while. They use their child as an excuse to get out of the house. There are some brothers who are jive as that, but that's because they're boys, quote-unquote. They are not men. They're doing what boys do. Boys play games with everything, especially life and death. So here you have John Gray's son sitting in the back of that vehicle responding to a question that was asked of him about what he eats every night. And he said pizza. And I didn't see the daughter. And of course, Aventer wasn't around. Hey, Aventer, how you doing? Where you at? She wasn't around. So it was just John Gray and his son. So you took your son with you. You took your son with you, John Gray, to go speak with Mary, right? So that's what we doing? So you taking your son to go cheat, allegedly. So you're also teaching your son the wrong thing. And again, the first line I read from this excerpt was, many young brothers learn manhood by watching their fathers have affairs with several women in town. That son is not learning anything correctly right now. You're teaching him the wrong thing. In this book, it also speaks about boys growing into manhood, but it talks about the misstep that happens where, yes, boys grow up physically, but as they grow into their quote-unquote manhood, they still have boy tendencies. So just like they used to play video games, and they see those games that were being played, they do that in real life. And nothing comes good of it in the end. So you have a lot of grown boys out here doing grown boy things. Cheating, thinking that's the thing to do. And it's really not. Again, they're playing with life and death. And so I also want to point out that, yes, John Gray went out to cheat allegedly, and I want to speak on the topic of affairs because John Gray, his first time that he did this, Lord have mercy, he said it was an emotional affair. There was no intercourse, no nothing. And now they're saying that they had a conversation on the phone, the two parties had a conversation on the phone. But they said that the woman said this. They said that Mary said that there was no affair, no physical contact. They didn't meet. They never saw each other. And I'm just like, there's levels to this affair thing. Like, you don't always have to be doing the nasty with someone and say, yeah, I cheated on you and I did this to her. No. Talking on the phone is cheating. Meeting up in secret places is cheating. Having intimate lunch dates at work is cheating. Cheating comes in different forms. So please do not think that doing the nasty is it. An affair is an affair. There's no other way to put it. Now, I hope I didn't strike any nerves with what I read from that book or the point that I was trying to make. I really hope that I didn't. That was not my intentions, but I'm sorry that came to mind. I just need John Gray to stop playing with us. Again, he's used to playing games because he's a grown boy. And right now he feels like this is Atari. Pastors should be held to a high standard. I've said that before, but in my mind, I feel like the vision for the pastor and the church will be changing in years to come. I just see it changing. I just feel like small groups will start worshiping. I feel like the dynamics of the church is going to start to change. Because again, no, you should not put in your trust in man. But my thing is, if you're continuously having pastors that are doing horrible things, like they're partaking in the 7 deadly sins, or they're just abusing their powers, like it's just crazy to continue to have people that are not being respectful to the position. Like, who wants to have drama before a sermon? And people want to be settled before worship. We have such a great and amazing God that's over this world. And for you to say, you know what, I don't care, I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde up in here, you going to have to go. Or we going to have to change the way we do things with the church. But this is a whole nother video that I'm talking about. But I just want to put that out there, guys. I just want to put that out there. But also aventer, I said before, you're gonna have to make a choice, but this is all up to you. You do what's best for you. You are better than me, because I couldn't do it. Now, I know there's some people that are like, having to stand for the money and the cause and the what. She probably could be. But like I told you before, honey, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit revenge every day. Every day of his life. You keep getting that money, girl. But just keep in mind your mental health and so many other things you have to take into account. That's very important. So you guys leave your thoughts below. Leave your comments. I want to hear what you guys think. Again, an FBI investigation is going to be done on this situation. Wow, wow, wow. So, guys, tell me how you feel. You guys have a good day. Take care.